as part of previous classes. Okay. Now, today we'll try to understand. Today we'll try to understand. So, if the business has to be there, definite. What is the key thing for any business? If you want to start a business, what you should have? The first and foremost thing is you should have a product or service. Without product or service, there is no business, isn't it? The product or service in SAP, we used to call it as the material. We used to call it as the material. If you go to any manufacturing, there are different type of materials which are handled by different people. Let us take something like a biscuit manufacturing company. The biscuits are the finished product which are ready to sell. But to produce the biscuit, you require sugar, you require wheat flour, you require some flavors, you require colors, isn't it? So whether it is a sugar or wheat or flavors or colors, all those things we used to call it as the raw materials. And your biscuit is a finished product. Similarly, if you take any car manufacturing company, let us take the example of Maruti, which produces cars in India. The tires, isn't it? The tires, audio system, AC, which is used in car, all the nuts and bolts which are used to fit the vehicle, all those things are the raw materials. But for them, the finished product is the car. Your color is a raw material, your wheel is a raw material, your jockey is a raw material, your nuts and bolts are raw material, your AC is a raw material. Some of them are semi-finished also. For example, the car AC, you can't use it for other things. It can be used only for car. So it is like a semi-finished product. So whether it is in real time, whatever is there in the real time, that only has to be there in SAP. SAP cannot be isolated from the real time thing. So if you take the material, there are different material types. If you take the material, there are different material types. Those are, like we discussed, raw materials, finished product, semi-finished product, and some of them like are trading goods. Yesterday also we discussed. There are many biscuit manufacturing companies which produces the biscuits for some other brand. For example, if you take Britannia, across South India, Britannia do not have any manufacturing facility. They will give all their formula, raw material, etc. to some other companies. They will ask them to produce. These people will produce and name it as whatever brand of Britannia, whether it is a 50-50 or Tiger or Britannia Milk Bikkies or Good Day, whatever brand you take, they will produce it and give that brand. Okay. Let me show. So there are different materials types. The material type in SAP for a raw material, we used a material type called ROH. The material type for semi-finished product, we will use it HAL. The material type for finished goods, we will keep it as FERT. The material type for trading goods, we used to call it as HAVA. So the material is different. There are many other material types. These are the sample for I have written. But for SD consultant, you need not go into multiple material types and discuss about all those things. Okay. Is it clear, friends? What is raw material? What is semi-finished product? And mind you, the material is handled in SAP by multiple functions. For example, if you buy a raw material, is it required to store in your warehouse or not? If you are a biscuit manufacturing company and if you want to, here, what happened? Am I audible, friends? Any problem?
Yes.
Yes.
Why this floating tab is not visible? is troubling. Okay. I want to check whether everyone joined or anyone missing. Okay, no problem. 10 people, good audience. 1 or 2 persons missing because of weekend. Let them go through the recording. So the raw material has to be handled by your quality department. To pick the raw material from your vendor and you may require transportation department help. To check the raw material quality, you require quality management team help. To procure the raw material, your metal management team has to handle the raw material. To produce the finished product, the production planning team has to handle the raw material, isn't it? So the material, for example, if you take the finished product, do you think that the warehouse department help is required in the finished product or not to store the finished goods? Required, na?
Yes.
To transport it to your customers, your transport department help is required. To produce that finished product, your PP handles that material. To check the quality of this one, your QM will definitely handles that material. For example, material management or sourcing and procurement, they may not handle the finished product. Isn't it, friends? For example, if you are handling trading goods here something like you are procuring from outside and sending it. Your quality may handle with trading goods. Does your production handle with your trading goods? No, you are procuring from outside and sending it to your customer. Your production may not handle it. Your quality may handle it initially to check the quality. Your warehouse, if you are procuring and keeping it in your premises, then your warehouse will handle. If you are procuring from outside and supplying outside, your procurement team will not, your warehousing team will not be involved at all. Like that, based on the business scenario, multiple functions handles the material. That is why material master is a big concept. It is not a small concept. Okay. So the involvement of different departments are handled in SAP by the views while creating the material master or while changing the material master. The transaction code to create the material master is MM01. If you go to the MM01 transaction code, this is the screen which is visible. Here, if you observe, there is something called as material. There is something called as material. Here, like your customer number, here also you will be giving the material number or name, whatever you want. For example, let us say that I will give this name as Hindustan Unilever. We are talking about Lux 100 gram. I'll give this name as Lux 100 gram soap. Okay. And like you are having the number range for your customer, here there are different material types. So the link between the different materials types and the numbers will be handled through a concept called industry sector. Let us take the industry sector as the standard industry sectors which are defined as these ones. I mentioned it in the document. You can go through it. Okay. So let us take the industry sector as mechanical engineering and material type. Since we are the sales and distribution consultant and our job is to handle with the finished product, we'll try to understand the finished product scenario. The standard finished product material type is FERT, F-E-R-T. Okay. Enter it. So the system is allowing where this, for example, see here, is it a alphabetical number, alphabetical material description I have given? Or numeric description I have given, or the combination of alpha numeric I have given? What is that I have given?
Combination.
Alpha numeric.
It is a alpha numeric I have given. So in your industry sector for this material type, this alpha numeric combination of number might be configured somewhere. I will show you where it is configured. You need not go into that many details as of now. Okay. But I will show you. And the moment I enter here, See here. I told you that many views are there. But all those views are coming. Specific views are coming here. How these views are coming? Because it is configured by some MM consultant. What are the views? Where it is configured? I will tell you little later. I will show you little later where the number is configured, how these views are coming when you select this material type. I will explain you little later. Okay. Now, okay, we'll do one thing. Before creating the material master, yeah, okay, no problem. Let us go inside. Let the error comes, then we will try to understand. So whenever you are creating the material, saleable material for a SD consultant to practice, you need to select the basic data 1 and basic data 2, and you need to select the sales arg1, sales arg2, sales general plant data. Text and all we will try to understand later. You need not select text, and you need to select MRP1, MRP2, MRP3 views. MRP is not maximum retail price. It is material requirement and planning, which is a stringent integration between SD, PP. We'll try to understand what is MRP. You need to select these views, and you need to select accounting 1 and 2 views. These are the accounting 1 view at least. These are the mandatory views that you need to select whenever you are creating the material for SD practice. Let me repeat the views once again. You need to select the basic data 1, basic data 2 view, sales arg1, sales arg2, sales general plant view. These 3 views are a must, and MRP 1, 2, 3 views along with that accounting view. These 9 views you need to select when you are creating the material master. For example, as a data entry operator, as a end user to create the material master, I'll be working in day in and day out to create multiple materials. Every time when I am creating the material master, I feel that if I feel that it is difficult for me to select these views, then I can default it. Whenever I entered into SAP system by using my user ID, the system will propose these views if I default it. Where I can default, see here we have an option. You can default these settings. So I defaulted it now. Okay. Let me close it. Let me go back. Let us try to create the metal master again. Let me name it as some test 100. See here, the moment I try to create the material with some other name also, the views, the defaulted views are coming. Is it clear, friends? By selecting the views and keeping it as the default settings, you can keep it as default views. And whenever you are creating the material that can be saleable, since you selected the sales views, you need to maintain the details of your sales organization and distribution channel and the plant for which you are maintaining this metal master data. For example, our plants are 2020 and 2030. These also can be defaulted by giving the values here. But before defaulting, let me show you, you will get one error saying that the metal ledger must be active. You will get one error. The metal ledger we can make it as active for the plant. So the metal ledger is a new concept which is introduced in S4HANA. Until and unless the metal ledger is active, you cannot maintain the accounting view. Okay, see here, I'll try to keep it as the default setting. See here, the moment I try to keep it default setting, the system is showing that the metal ledger must be productive to set the valuation for valuation area 2020. Valuation area is nothing but your plant. So how to activate this metal ledger? If you don't activate the metal ledger, you will not be able to create the metal master for that particular plant. So how to activate that metal ledger is, in real time, the metal ledger activation and all are done by your MM and FI consultant. But for our practice, we need to know. If we create our own company code and plant, we need to know. That's why I advised you not to use your create your own company code and plant. Try to use your standard company code. Okay, if you create your own, you need to activate the metal ledger. The transaction code for the metal ledger activation is there are 3 transaction code: OMX3, OMX1, and OMX2. Oh. /n OMX3. See here your valuation area is visible. Valuation area is nothing but your plant. So first you need to check for your valuation area. Valuation area means your plant. Your plant is 2020, your company code is 2020. Your next second plant is 2030, your company code is 2020. The metal ledger type 0001 is assigned, and the status of metal ledger is green, means active. So the metal ledger is good in terms of status. Okay, ML, metal ledger currencies are allowed into FI. The status is, since it is in green. If you take something which is in red, if you take here, see here what is the message which is coming on the red bulb? Metal ledger currencies are not allowed in FI. So where this metal ledger currencies of allowed in FI or not allowed in FI is configured is, there is another transaction code called as OMX2. Here for 9,000, we will maintain this entry, and there is one more transaction code called as OMX1. So here for your valuation area, your plant, your company code, your metal ledger combination, you'll be keeping whether it is active or not. The actual transaction code where you're activating the metal ledger is OMX1. Go to OMX1. Just use this cursor. See, whenever you want to use it, don't drag this cursor like, okay. Just if you keep the cursor here and click one time, it will come down by one page. If you click one time, it will come down by another page. If you click one time, it will go up by one page. Do it like this rather than dragging like this. Okay. So our 2020 is visible here. For 2020 plant and 2023 company code. For 2030 plant and 2020 company code. The metal ledger 0007 status is currency allowed. Metal ledger currencies are allowed, but it is not active. See here, the metal ledger active check mark is here. Keep these check marks. You may get the doubt saying that bloody why for 2020 plant, how this 0001 has come. The reason why 0001 has come is, if you remember when you are creating our enterprise structure, we copied the 2020 plant and 2030 plant by using the plant 1720. Since the 0001 is the metal ledger assigned to 1720, the same metal ledger has been copied to your plant also. Okay. That is why it has come. Now you keep the check mark of metal ledger active, and the price determination type. What is this impact and all? You don't bother. The price determination type, you take it as the transaction based. Take it as transaction based. 2. Press enter. Save it. The system will giving an information saying that after activating the metal ledger, live data must be converted. No problem. We don't have any live data. We haven't created any metal as of now. There is no live data. The system will ask you to save under ATR. Since it is a configuration step, save it. Okay. Now also metal ledger is not active. Now the metal ledger is active, but to start your manufacturing process or to produce your materials and stock it in your plant, there is a transaction code called as CKM start. I'll prepare the document for this and send it to you by Monday. There is I don't have the document for metal ledger activation as of now. I'll send it with the screenshots by Monday. Okay. So here, by using the transaction code CKM start, you can activate your plants. 2020 is one of my plant. Okay. 2020 plant. Press enter. And the processing options, whether you want to process in background or foreground, let us process in the foreground. Test run, I will remove it. Okay. Test run, I will remove it. The system has taken today's date and you can click on activate. If you want to see the test run means it is not activated actually. It will show you the testing status. See here, you are in test run. You don't find any red bulb. You don't find any red bulb means your FIMM integration settings are proper. Then you can actually run. This is the actual run, actual activation. Now we activated 2020 plant. Okay. Let us activate 2030 plant also in the same way. If you want to activate multiple plants at a time, you can do it. But if any error comes, since we are not the experts, I don't want to have that risk. Okay. Now both of my plants 2020 and 2030 are active. So I'll be able to create the material. I'll be able to post the stocks. I'll be able to do the transactions now after keeping the Metal Ledger active. The Metal Ledger is the new concept which is introduced in S4HANA. This concept was not there in ECC. Okay, I will prepare a document and upload it in the drive by Monday for a Metal Ledger activation. Now the Metal Ledger is active. We will go back to Metal Master creation now. Okay, now let me try to create the Lux 100 gram soap. My industry sector is M. My metal type. Whenever you are creating, you please select these two options. What is the significance of selecting industry sector M and metal type FAT? And these views, I'll show you the configuration little later after creating the metal master. Okay, since for my user ID, I defaulted these settings have come. Now I need to enter the ARG levels. So I want to maintain this material under the plant 2020 and I want to maintain this material for the sales organization INTL distribution channel 21. Okay. I want to make these also default settings. I can make it. So next time onwards, when I'm trying to create the material master, the system will define to a plant of 2020, sales organization INTL, distribution channel 21. If I want to keep the changes, make the changes, I can change it or else I can create by using this one. Before going to the metal master creation, do you remember yesterday also I showed you, there is enterprise structure configuration that we have done where we have assigned our sales line. Sales line is a combination of sales organization and distribution channel. Sales area is a combination of sales org, distribution channel and division, where we assigned our sales line to our plants. If we don't do that assignment, you will not be able to create the material like this. Let me show you. See here. Assign sales org, distribution channel and plant. It will take some time to open. Let it, no problem. See here, it opened quickly. See here, if you go to my plant 2020, sorry, my sales organization INTL and my distribution channel 21. See here, since I have done this assignment for 2020 and 2030, I have done this assignment. That is why it is coming. For example, if I try to give another plant, yeah, if I try to give the plant 1720 here and try to go inside, the system is allowing. Why it is allowing? It should not. Why it is allowing? If someone has already started using our plant, etc., that is why somewhere he has done something. Okay, we'll see those details later. We'll see the litigations later. Now we'll try to understand. So plant details, my plant 2020, sales organization INTL and distribution channel 21. I wanted to default it. I made it as default settings and the views are already selected. So the views have come. Let us name the material properly. Let us say that the material is this one. Come inside, go inside. Your default views have come, go inside. Okay. Now I need to give the description first. Some description I am giving it. Okay, friends. So the base unit of the first field that you need to fill when the Metal Master is creating, the responsibility of basic data 1 and maintaining basic data 1 and basic data 2 of the Metal Master lies with the MM guys. So they need to specify what is the base unit of measure. The base unit of measures are defined in standard SAP. Whether it is a piece or each or box or carton, whatever you want, you can define it. Let us say that we'll take it as the pieces. Okay, number of pieces. Soap normally we used to call it as the pieces or item or each. Whatever you want, you can take it. Let us take it as the piece. Okay. And like you are having the external business partner number in ECCC, external business partner number in business partner concept. Okay. What is the material number in other system? If you want to maintain, you can use this field old material number. And there is something called a lab or office, which is the mandatory field here. So like your customer master here also, some of the information is mandatory. How that is coming? In your customer master, what is the mandatory information? What is the optional information where you are configuring? In your account group. In the same way, in material master also, it is maintained for your material type. What is the mandatory field? What is the optional field, etc. We'll see all those configurations things for your knowledge little later, maybe Monday. Okay. Now come here. The next field the next important field that to be maintained is the division. So you need to maintain this material in which division. Our divisions are, as part of our enterprise structure, we thought of using 2 divisions for our material master and 1 division for our customer master. Our divisions are 21, 22 and 99. Let us go and take the division 21. Here 21 is a consumer product division we have given. And you need to maintain the gross weight and the net weight. Let us take that including the packing, etc. The soap gross weight is 105 grams, or else you can take it as 10 grams extra, 110 grams. Here the unit of weight, since we are thinking it as gram, you can keep it as G. These are all these G, kg, etc. are also defined here. You can see gram, kilogram, milligram, ton. Okay. US ton, everything has been defined. Okay, let us take it as gram. And the net weight always should be less than or equal to the gross weight. If you can't tell that my gross salary is 1 lakh and my net salary is 1 lakh 10,000, isn't it? Your net salary will be always less than your gross salary. In the same way, the product of your net weight is always less than your gross weight. Okay, friends. These are the 4 or 5 important fields that you should know what has to be maintained. Rest of the fields I will tell you later. Okay. None of the fields in the basic data 2 are mandatory, but this field got its own significance. We will try to understand the required fields maybe a little later. Now straight away we will go to the sales org 1. As a SD consultant, we should know the significance of each and every field that is here. If you go to the basic data one, there you don't find any sales related details. But when the moment you came to sales org one view, your sales organization and distribution channel has come. From where it has come? When you are when you are trying to create the metal master, you are given your sales organization distribution channel combination. Okay. From there it has picked. Now, the base unit of measure is piece, the sale unit of measure. Let us say that Hindustan Unilever is selling their product to their distributors. Will they measure it while selling the product? Will they measure it in terms of pieces? Will they deliver one by one piece to the distributors? No,
No.
No, sir.
They will be packing it in some cartons or boxes, whatever packing mechanism you want. That we can take it as the sale unit. The sale unit of measure can be your box or pack or carton, whatever you want, you can take it. Okay, let us take it as carton. CR is the sale unit of measure. The moment you set the sale unit as cartons, do you think that each and every piece is kept in one carton, they will transport? No. They may place 10, they may place 20, they may place 50, they may place 100. How does you know? So, the moment you enter the sale unit, the system will ask you the conversion. What is the conversion from base unit to sale unit? The meaning of conversion from base unit to sale unit is, it is simply asking that, my dear friend, how many pieces you are keeping in a carton? See here. One carton equal to how many pieces? Let us, for the calculation sake, let us take one carton as 100 pieces. Okay, friends? Let us take one carton as 100 pieces. There are other fields. I'll explain the significance of all these fields little later, but first we'll focus on how to create the material master. Okay. So the base unit of measure will give, sale unit of measure will give, sales org distribution channel initially we have given, that will come from there. Description will be picked from the basic data one. The division will be picked from the basic data one. And now you need to mention the delivering a plant here. So when you are trying to mention the delivering plant, see here, as part of this assignment, I have shown you what are the plants that has to be assigned to the sales org distribution channel combination. Those plants only, from those plants only you can deliver the product. This is where that assignment will come into the picture. Okay. Since we have assigned only 17, 10 and for the sales org INTL and distribution channel 21, since you have assigned only sales organ 21, we have assigned 2 plants. Sales organization to INTL and distribution channel 21, we have assigned 2020 and 2030 plants. Are you able to see this, friends?
Yes. Yes.
That is why those 2 plants are only visible when you are trying to, while creating the metal master, when you go to the delivering plant option, those 2 plants are only visible. Okay. Let us say that we will deliver it from 2020 plant. And the next one you need to give is your tax
0.
classification. Let us take it as 0, no tax. From where this tax classification and all are coming are from tax configuration. Yesterday I have shown you the glimpses of tax configuration. We will discuss about tax in detail later. Okay. And if you go down, there is something called as minimum order quantity. What is the meaning of minimum order quantity is, see here, you are in sales view. It means that you are selling it to some customer, this material. That is why you are maintaining it in sales view and you are assigning it this material to the combination of sales organization, distribution channel and delivering the plant. So in this case, how much you want to deliver, what is the minimum delivery quantity you want to maintain? Sorry, minimum order quantity you maintain. If you maintain it, the minimum order quantity can be maintained in the base unit of measure only. If so, if you maintain it as 1,000, you can maintain it as 1,000 pieces, 2,000 pieces, 3,000 pieces, whatever you want, you can maintain it. Similarly, minimum delivery quantity. So if you feel that Lux soap, this is my top most branded soap here, for any distributor, I can't deliver less than 10,000 pieces. What do you mean by 10,000 pieces? In terms of cotton, it will be 100 cartons. If the distributor has to place the order, I will not deliver more than 10,000 cartons. If you feel like that, you can maintain whatever you want here. So what is the impact of this minimum delivery quantity and what is the impact of this minimum order quantity? We will be able to see during the order processing. For the time being, we will not give these fields. When we are creating the order, we'll give these fields and see the field significance. Okay. Now we'll go to sales arg2 view. In the sales arg2 view, if you look at here, none of the fields are mandatory, but there is one important field which is mandatory. Can someone read out what is this one?
Item category group.
Item category group. So item category group, when it comes to sales and distribution, item category group will place very significant role. Very significant role. Okay, what is that role and all? We will try to understand later. But for the time being, when you are creating the material master, please remember that you select it as NORM, norm, standard item. Standard item means this is the material. It is a tangible material, physical material which you can touch. If you have to sell this material, you need to deliver this material to the customer. You need to deliver this material to the customer and you need to build this material. Okay. All those things are controlled in a concept called item category. That item category will be determined into sales order. That item category determination will be depending on this item category group. I will try to show all that link little later. But for the time being, please understand and maintain the item category group as a norm when you are creating your material. So there are other fields like your account assignment group, which is there in the customer master. So the account assignment group is there in the metal master also. It will help you for revenue account determination. Like your customer pricing group, there is something called as metal pricing group. It is also to group the materials which exhibits the same pricing attributes. So all these things, all these fields will not maintain now. Now we will go to sales general plant view. Okay. Now we'll go to sales general plant view. So some of the information that you entered earlier have been captured here. See here, the delivering plant, you cannot change it here. Whatever the delivering plant you maintain in sales arg1 or whatever plant under which plant you are maintaining this information when you are entering into the metal master creation. Here that all those details have come. And your base unit of measure, your gross weight, net weight, whatever you entered in the previous views, it has come here. And when you are creating the metal master, here there is a field called availability checker. This we used to call it as the checking group. What is its significance? We'll try to understand later, but select the checking group as 02, individual requirement. Okay. Along with that, there is another field called as transportation group. What is the meaning of transportation group is, since it is a tangible material, physical metal which has to be delivered to the customer, it has to be transported. Okay. So the transportation group you can select. There are standard transportation groups are defined. I will show you where these groups are defined. For example, if it is a milk, will you transport the milk on pallets? No, na? If it is sulfuric acid, that has to be transported in the liquid form. If it is a milk that has to be transported in the liquid form, they will be transported by using some containers. You can take it as the liquid form or you can take it as the container. Since it is if you want to create your own transportation group, you can create it. The significance of the transportation group is there. We'll discuss about the significance of the transportation group little later. Select the transportation group as 0001, which is on pallets. If you want to define your own transportation group, truck and all, you can define it. No problem. The transportation group will help to determine the route into the sales order when the order processing happens. Through which route you want to transport this material will be determined by using the transportation group. When we go to the order management, you will be able to understand. The next field is loading group. So the loading group specifies this material, if it has to be loaded, how it has to be loaded. For example, if it is a sulfuric acid, can you load it manually into the container? Sulfuric acid, can you hold it and load it, friends?
No.
So how can, for example, you are in a granite business, can you load the granite manually? Yours is a big granite manufacturing company. There will be granite stones with 20 tons, 30 tons, 50 tons weightage. Can you load it manually? No. If it is a Lux soap, 100-gram cotton, in each cotton there are 100 soaps only, which results into 10 kg of weight or 11 kg of weight. Including cotton, it may be 12 kg of weight. That can be loaded manually, isn't it? So, different loading groups are defined in the system. So, the significance of loading group is during the order management, it will help to determine the shipping point into sales order. Shipping conditions which are maintained in the customer master, loading group which is maintained in the metal master, and the delivering plant which we maintained here in the basic data one, which will determine into order. These are the three factors which influence the shipping point determination into order. When we go to the order management, we'll try to understand all those things in detail. Okay. But when you are creating the metal master, take your availability check as 02, transportation group as 0001, loading group as 0002, and this don't give this time and all. Go to the MRP view directly. Okay, if it asks you to enter the profit center, go to F4 and select. Don't give any input, just select it. Our controlling area is 8000, I believe. Even if you don't give also, no problem. This is not the mandatory field, this is the optional field. I will take, there are some dummy here, there is some dummy, all these are FI related settings. Okay, there is some dummy thing which is defined in the system. Let me check. Or else you can take it to any profit center. See here, SAP dummy profit center. Okay, enter it and go ahead. Select the MRP type as PD. PD means planning. There is another MRP type as called ND. What is the difference between ND and PD? Rather than me explaining now, when you go to your order management, you will be able to understand. But for the time being, please select the MRP type as PD. Okay. The moment you give the MRP type as PD and press enter, the system will ask you to select the MRP controller. The MRP controller is like a master data for the production planning team. Standard MRP controls are defined. Whatever MRP control you want, you can take it. Okay, BUM I have taken it. The moment you select the MRP type and MRP control, the system will ask you to enter the lot size. Lot size also is a concept of PP only. Select EX as the lot size and go ahead, move ahead. So here you need to select, in the MRP one, you need to select MRP type as PD, MRP controller as BUM, and lot size as EX. If some other MRP control is there, select it. But in 99% of the servers, learning servers. These are the settings which will be there. Now go to MRP to view. None of the fields are mandatory here, but some of the fields are optional. In-house production, etc. No problem. If you don't want to maintain, you can maintain it. Come here, come to the MRP3 view. And here there is something called as total replenishment lead time. There is a field. This is not the mandatory field, but the meaning of this total replenishment lead time is if this metal is not available, how much time will it take to produce will be maintained in this field. Okay. Let us assume that it is 10 days for me to complete the production process of that material. Give this. The moment you press enter, the system has brought you to the next tab which you want to maintain for your metal master. Here, the base unit, the division, etc. has been determined from there. And if you observe here, since we have done the metal ledger activation, see the metal ledger activation check mark has come. Similarly, the price determination strategy, when the metal ledger activation, we select it as transaction based. Do you remember in OMX 1? Let me show you. This may not be required for you, but just for the sake of information, I am showing here. See here, for 2020 plant, the metal ledger is active and we have taken the price determination as a 2 transaction based. The same thing is visible in your accounting one view. Okay, friends?
Yes.
And there is something called as valuation class, which you need to take when you are creating a saleable material for which you are maintaining the accounting details. You need to maintain the valuation class. Valuation class is an integration between MM and FI. Just go into the details. There is standard valuation class 7920, which is defined. If you don't find 7920 and if you find something else, select the valuation class which is defined as finished goods, since ours are the finished goods. Okay. And there is something called as standard price. Give some price to this product. Let us take that the cost of this product is some 20 rupees to produce this product. Okay. I'll maintain the price as 0.2 USD. Since we're in USD, 20 rupees, when it goes the conversion, it will go to some 0.2 USD. I am maintaining it. Okay. Is it clear, friends?
Yes.
So now you should get one doubt. How this USD has come? And since you are maintaining the accounting in SAP, accounting, etc. are maintained at what level? Are they maintained at sales org level or plant level or the company code level? For all accounting related stuff, company code is like the head of the family. So how the system knows that it is assigned to which company code? Because you have assigned your plant to the company code. Isn't it, friends? If that plant is there, one plant can be assigned to only one company code. Based on that assignment, the system knows this metal is assigned to which plant also the system knows. You need not directly assign the plant. But all this data for which company code you are maintaining, the system knows. Save this material. See, now we saved the material Lux 100 gram soap without any errors. The moment you save this material, the moment you save the customer, the moment you save the business partner, it will be stored in customer related tables and business partner related tables. Isn't it, friends? In the same way, the moment you save the material, it will be stored in metal master related tables. So, if you go to the display mode of the material master and see the views that you maintained for this material, see here, you maintained basic data 1, basic data 2, isn't it? So these details are stored in a table called, let me go to SE16N transaction code to go to the table view. The material master general details are stored in a table called MARA. If you give your material details, come here, copy this material, go here and pass it here. See, this material is created today, created at this time, created by my user ID, and some changes I have done. Last change is maintained here. The metal type is FET, the industry sector is M, the base unit of measure is piece. And if you go here, see here, lab office I have given is 001, the gross weight is 110 unit, 110 gram, net weight is 100 gram. And similarly, come on here, the transportation group of the metal is 0001, and the division in which I maintain the metal master is 21. Like that, many details, all that basic data 1 related details are stored in this table. There are many details which the metal description is this, and the chemical compliance, relevance indicator, etc. There are many fields. Okay, all these fields are not required for us. But basically, the metal master general data details are stored in a table called MARA. The basic data 1 and basic data 2, some of the other details are, so general details are stored there. And the sales arg 1, sales arg 2 views also we maintain, isn't it? So the metal master sales details are stored in a table called MVKE. See, what is our sales organization? INTL. If you give the input of our sales organization and execute, as of now we created only one material. That material details are visible here. See here, my material is Lux 100 gram soap, just now I created, and the sales organization for which it is assigned is INTL, and the distribution channel for which it is assigned is 21. And the sale unit of measure is cottons here. My item category group is NARM, and my delivering plant is 2020. Like that, whatever details I maintain, those are stored in the which table? Which table, friends? MVKE table, Metal Master Sales Organization details, sales details of the Metal Master, sales data of the Metal Master. And if you look at here, this material we extended to MRP views, where you mentioned the plant, where you mentioned your, oh, let me, so when we are creating the Metal Master, we have not maintained it for the storage location. See, we are not maintained it for the storage location. Okay, go inside. Here you can't give. Okay, no problem. No issues. So the Metal Master plant details can be seen in the MARCI table. What is my plant? My plant is 2020. If I give 2020 plant and execute, I'll be able to see one material which I created just now. The plant number is 2020. The MRP type is PD, and the MRP control is BUM, lot size is X. Along with that, there are many other details. The Metal Master storage location details can be checked in MARDI table. So, if you enter your material Lux 100, since you have not maintained any storage location data, the system is showing as 0. Okay, the system is showing as 0. How to maintain when the metal is created and you forget to extend it to the storage location, how to maintain it? We'll see how to maintain storage location details for a TV. Okay, there is a transaction code called as MM17. Okay, we will go to MM17 and maintain the material storage location. MM17. How is that he has given? MM01 single extension, MMSC number and the plant. Open the transaction MMSC to enter the storage location details for a metal collectively. Enter metal number and plant, plus enter a list of existing potential storage locations. Okay, let us go to MMSC transaction code. I have forgotten to give those details. Okay, very good. Need to give my plant as 2020. See storage location. I can maintain it. There are whatever storage locations I have assigned to my plant, those only are visible. Let us maintain it as consumer product storage. Press enter. Save it. Since now I extend this material to the storage location view, see here, the moment I try to execute, see it is showing as my material number is this, my plant is this, and I extend it to the storage location 2020. Okay, and stock details, etc., are visible here in the storage location view. So there are 4 tables we discussed related to metal master. One is let me remove all this unnecessary discussion. The tables are MARA, MARC. To remember it easily, MARD. MARA is Material Master General Data. Material Master Plant Data. Material Master Storage Location Data. Another table called MVKE, that is your Material Master Sales Data. These are the 4 important tables that you need to remember. Along with this, there are some other tables also which you may not be required at this point of time. Let me show the table also, MARM. Okay, let me show what MARM contains. Here, the unit of measures you maintain for your material. What is your material? Lux 100 gram. You maintain 2 different unit of measures. One is your, see here, base unit of measure piece and the sale unit of measure cotton. Okay, so MARM is the unit of measures of a material table. Okay, friends. Now we created this material. For example, let us say that in real time, when you are manufacturing the material is produced by PPT and they are sending it to your storage location to after completing quality test and all, they are sending it to your storage location. Before completing the quality inspection also, they will be sending the material for quality inspection department. So that since we don't have production process and all, that virtually we need to maintain in the system for our practice. So once the material is created, you can post the material by using a transaction code called as MyGo in S4HANA system. There is a transaction code called as MB1C, which is used in ECC system. But there is the transaction code which is used to post the material is MyGo. Okay. Now, how to post this material? We created the material Lux 100 gram soap. Take this material, come here. When you are trying to post the material by using MyGo, since it is a dummy entry, select it as A1 goods receipt since the goods are coming and select the other drop down as R10 other. The moment you select R10 other, the system has given a this is called as moment type. I will tell you the significance of moment type little later. And it is Lux. See, whatever material we defined, it has come. See here. Now you go to the next. You have given the material details. The system has taken the description. You go to the next tab. Let us post quantity. Let us post a good quantity of 1 lakh units since we have to practice a lot. And where you want to post. So see here the moment type, you can see it, the moment type 561. The moment type the system by default has taken when you are posting initially 50 it has taken. It is like receipt without PO. There is another moment type called as 561. Whenever you are posting the material for initial entry of stock balance, select the moment type as 561, which you are using for practice. Receipt of initial entry of stock balance into unrestricted stock 561. Take it as 561. Press enter. And this material you want to post in which plant? I want to post in 2020 plant. And in which storage location you want to post? There are 2 storage locations assigned. And until 2020 storage location I want to. Okay. And if you look at here stock type. For example, if I am trying to post this material for sales, I'll post it as unrestricted stock. There are no restrictions. If I am posting this material for quality inspection, I'll take it as the quality inspection stock. If I produce certain units, but bloody, it has not come as per the requirement, I want to block this material, but I don't want to keep it in the production, under the production window. I want to block. I can post as the block material. We'll try to understand all those things later, but try to take it as unrestricted usage material. Unrestricted means there are no restrictions. You can send it to the customers. Okay. Give it. And whenever you are posting the material, there may be a possibility that you will get many errors. Okay. Based on FI and MM integration settings, there may be errors or there may not be errors also. But the moment I try to check, I'll get one error. Oh, no errors. Thank God. Very good. The moment you click on check, you need to get this document okay. And when you are posting the material, you need to select this item okay tick mark in the bottom. Check it. The document is okay and try to post it. So the material has posted with the material document number. So if this material is posted, it will be visible in your MARD table. Let me go here and refresh MARD table. Go to MARD, enter your material and execute. See here. Are you able to see this? 1 lakh units I posted in 2020 plant and 2020 storage location. There's 1 lakh units of unrestricted stock has come here. Okay, friends. For example, if I post some quality inspection stock, same material, 990, where I want to post in 2020 plant and 2020 storage location, but my stock type is quality inspection. Check it. See, error has come. Okay. So when you see the account determination error, in generally the experienced FI and MM people, they used to call it as the OBYC settings. Okay. Let us go to OBYC settings and solve this error. When you encounter this type of error, based on the description, how to check the OBYC settings, I will tell you. /O, OBYC is the transaction code. Here, see here, there is a group type. So in the error message, you will be seeing that the account determination entry is YCOA. What is this YCOA? The YCOA is the chart of accounts. YCOA is the chart of accounts for your company code. Let me close all these tabs. It is little confusing. And the account determination type is GBB. You can see it here. So if you want to go to the details here, the chart of accounts YCOA, you need to enter. Come back. So there is something called as GBB. Under GBB, see here, YCOA GBB, and there is something called as ZOB and 7920. That ZOB is general modification class or modification value, something it is. General modification. If you come down, there is something called a ZOB. For ZOB and your valuation class 7920, there is no entry maintained. If you observe here, for ZOB and valuation class 7920, there is no entry. Then in this case, what you will do? Now we are in display mode. Is locked by another user. Someone has locked this. Let me. Okay, we'll do one thing. It is already 9:20. I'll try to resolve this, but if I try to resolve it now, it will be good. Let me go to SM12 and remove is. So whenever you are practicing, please make sure that you are in display mode after your work is done. Who has locked it when I try to change it from display to change mode? What is the username? S4MM user 4. So S4MM user 4. He locked this. Search it. See, there are these things he locked. Select all these logs and delete it. Now you can do it. Come on here. Now you can switch from display to change mode. Come down. Copy this one by going here and maintain your valuation class as 7920. Simple. See, save it. Now you try to post it, it will happen. Okay, you need to come into the transaction one more time. Go to MyGo. Enter your material. So we are not changing the movement type. That could be one of the reason that error have come. Change the movement type since it is the initial entry. Change the movement type to 561. Enter your plant. Enter your storage location. Select it as unrestricted stock. Check it. Post it. You will not get any entry. Similarly, you can post the 120 units. I am posting as blocked stock. Oh, material number is not 120. Sorry. My material number is lux 100 grams. Quantity I want to post 120 here. Where I want to post, I'll change this moment type to 561 only. Plant is 2020. All these moment type and all, even though those are terminology that is used by PP, FI, QM, SD, we'll use it. If you want to move any stock moment in SAP is tracked by a concept called moment type. Moment type is an integration between multiple modules along with We'll try to discuss about moment type and try to understand the moment type maybe after some time. Check it, post it. See, we posted the quality inspection stock, we posted the blocked stock. All those visible stock details are visible here. See here, quality inspection stock 990 is visible. Blocked stock of 120 is visible here. Unrestricted stock of 1 lakh is visible here. Along with the MERD table, there is a transaction code where you can check the stock details. I'll show you this, then we'll stop. Okay. The transaction code where you can check the stock details is there is a transaction code called MMBE. MMBE. I have listed down all those transaction code details and I have already attached it in the drive. You can refer to that one. See here in under 2020 plant, if you want to specify the storage location, you can specify it, or else you can give your material plant. Here also you'll be able to see the stock details. See here under 2020 plant, under the 2020 storage location, you are able to see 1 lakh units of stock. Since it exists in only one storage location, the total of this one is 1 lakh only, and the company code level also same thing, and full level also same thing. Quality inspection stock of 990 and blocked stock of 120. Whatever stock details you have seen in MERD table, the same thing is visible here. At the transaction code level also you will be able to see it here. This is about creation of stock, creation of material, stock posting of material, checking of the tables, and checking a MMBE transaction code. There is a lot to discuss about the Material Master. Like if you go to the Material Master, there are certain fields which you mandatorily should understand in these views. Let me default it to 2020 storage location. Default it. See, there is a lot to know about many of these fields in sales org 1. What is unit of measure group? What is cross distribution chain status? What is D chain specific status? Etc. And similarly, what is this volume rebate group? What all these fields we need to understand how these fields are used. So we'll try to understand all these details on Monday, and we'll try to see the Material Master configuration details. Also, in the Monday class, we'll create another 2-3 materials and we'll try to post the stocks. Then we will start our discussion on the customer master is a master data, Material Master is a master data. If your customer and the material are ready, if your bride, it is like if your customer and material are ready, then you can perform the transaction. You can go to the transactional data. Before going to the transactional data, let me clarify one thing. There is a lot to discuss in the customer master business partner concept. There are many things that you need to understand at the consultant level, configurations, etc. But too much of discussion about the customer master in the initial stage may feel you bore. The transaction, if you go to the transaction, it will be interesting. That's why we'll discuss about other configuration parts of your business partner little later. It will take 1 or 2 days. We'll discuss about all those things a little later. Okay. Monday we'll try to understand the other details of the material. And maybe Monday we'll start the transactions also. Any questions, friends, on what we discussed today? Let me stop recording.